Hello students, this video lecture is an initiative taken by Shet Vidya Mandir Junior College of Commerce and Science. This video lecture is 12th standard SP students, and today we'll start with our new chapter number 6, Correspondence with Members. And today we'll discuss precautions to be taken by the secretary while corresponding with the members. Students, in 11th standard, we have also seen many good essentials related to corresponding activities. This part of SP subject is related to corresponding with various groups. In future lectures, we will also see correspondence with debenture holders and correspondence with depositors. That is chapter 7 and chapter 8. In today's video lecture, we will see the correspondence activity by the secretary for the members of the company. The company has to correspond with members on various occasions while writing various letters. The secretary give due respect to the members, provide complete and correct information. Thus, writing letters to the members is a challenging task and it requires skills, knowledge and techniques. Students, members means a person whose name is entered in the registrar of members of a company and also includes holder of equity shares whose name is entered as a owner in the records of books. Generally, buying shares is the most common and easiest way or medium whereby a person becomes the member of the company. So, terms member and shareholder can be interchangeably and means the same person for all practical purpose. But in some cases, a member might not be the shareholder and vice versa. Here, the secretary has to communicate under various circumstances with the members. Secretary has to handle correspondence, draft notices, reports, minutes, etc. So, to perform this task, the secretary should have a skill, knowledge, and techniques. He has to make sure the information which he is providing to the members are accurate. Now, let us see what precautions a secretary has to take while writing a letter or corresponding with the members. Correct information. The secretary should always provide correct, up to date, and factual information to the members. Due care should be taken while facts and figures. The secretary should avoid any error or wrong information which should not be written in the letter because it may create a chaos and confusion in communicating. As any mistake in figures or facts will create problem, there should not be any grammatical or spelling mistake. Our next point is lucid language. The secretary must use simple words, simple sentences, and adopt a convincing style while writing letters to the members. Technical words, long sentences should be avoided in letters. It should be easy to understand. In your language, short and sweet. Letter should be in brief. Minimum words should be used. Unnecessary and irrelevant information should be avoided by the secretary. A brief letter saves the time of the reader and proves more effective. Our next point is prompt response. That means quick reply. The secretary must be prompt in sending replies to the letters received from the members. Any question or queries raised by the members must be promptly replied by the secretary. Complaint letters should be promptly attended to without any delay. Giving and receiving appropriate feedback is essential communication skill. Feedback helps in improving the performance and it also affects the goodwill of the company. Our next point is secrecy. The secretary should not disclose any confidential or secret information of the company to the members. The secretary should tactfully answer some letters without giving any secret information of the company. Students, secretary attends many of meetings and he has a bunch of confidential information with him. So while attending or while replying the queries and questions of members, he should take care that he doesn't provide any secret information while replying to the members. Our next point is politeness or courtesy. A courteous letter shows sympathy, respect, and mutual understanding. Politeness means use of courteous language. A complaint letter should be replied politely. Rude language should be strictly avoided while corresponding with the members. The language of the letter must be polite and kind. A courteous letter gets a favorable response from the reader. Harsh, rude words or insulting remarks, etc., should be avoided by the secretary while communicating or corresponding with the members. Our next point is legal matters. The secretary should compulsorily follow relevant provisions of the Companies Act 2013 with latest amendments and other relevant laws while corresponding with the members. While drafting these letters, if necessary, secretary should consult with legal advisor on certain matters. As as members may ask any information, but to reply that query or information, the secretary has to make sure that he is following the rules of the company, the provisions of the company, and then provide the information to the members. Our second last point is consideration. The writer should give the importance and consideration to the reader, that is the member, and consider the problems of the member. While sending negative replies, he should draft these letters more carefully so that the members should not be hurt. Secretary should make the member feel that the management honestly regrets the refusal. Here you can also say that the secretary has to use your not he should use you attitude in writing the letter to the members. The letter should be written from the member's point of view. The writer should give importance and consideration to the member and consider the problem of member. The reader has to be motivated to the act after reading the contents of the letter. Our last point is image of the company. The secretary should try to protect good image of the company. I'm sorry. The secretary should try to project good image of the company in every situation. While drafting the letter, the secretary has to try his best to remove the doubts, queries, and difficulties in a polite and courteous manner of the members. So, these were the 8 points or 8 precautions which is to be taken by secretary while corresponding with the members. Circumstances under which a secretary has to enter into correspondence with the members. Means these are the situations where the secretary has to communicate with the members. Now there are 12 examples given in your textbook, and the further chapter it will explain the four circumstances, and the Maharashtra board textbook has provided four example letters or sample letters, that is issue of share certificate, how and what content should be written, in what manner the concept or the content is to be delivered while writing a letter. Then we will see letter of payment of dividend. This letter is divided in two parts, that is online payment or a physical payment. Then we have also issue of bonus shares, and last reply to certain queries raised by the members. These four circumstances our chapter has covered, and we'll see this four or five letters. You can say five letters, as the payment of dividend has two letters. So we'll see these letters in next chapter. And in board exam, you have to write. You will be asked this question for 5 marks, and you have to write same to same as the content is given in your textbook. You can write on your own, but make sure that you write relevant information, because this is not a letter which you have seen in your school education, or you can say your English subject. These letters are quite different, so you have to see and mug up some part. You have to really mug up to deliver it. Okay, thank you.